Hi team! Let's talk a little bit about today how you can be an awesome team member. If you're a white belt, if you're participating in a Lean Six Sigma project, what are some of the things that you should think about to be an awesome team member? Now, if you're watching this as a facilitator, this is also something to think about as you're getting your team ready. How do you get them doing the right things to show up with the right attitude so that you can move forward with the project as quickly as possible? Now, we want to make sure that we avoid some of the rabbit holes, some of the things that we get stuck in that waste a lot of meeting time. So this is really what these tips are focused on, is making sure that you can come and use the time that you've set aside to do this project as effectively as possible. So the first tip, the first thing that I think you need to do as a team member on a Lean Six Sigma project is to make sure that you arrive on time and ready to participate. So when the facilitator spent all this time putting together this awesome activity, it can be very time-based. And we want to make sure we have the most time possible to have great conversations with the team. It can be very expensive to get all of these subject matter experts together. So it's really important that when we have these events that you take the time to arrive on time and the facilitator does their job so that you also end on time, but also be ready to participate. So if you come to the event and you have too many other things going on, we're now in these virtual environments where maybe you're clicking other things or you want to get some other stuff done that needs to be put off to the side. Otherwise, go ahead and connect with the facilitator and let them know that you're not going to be able to commit to the meeting in the way that you need to, right? Your full attention is really important so that we have those great conversations. The next thing that I would say is a tip for anybody that's attending one of these meetings is to make sure that you trust the process. Now, the facilitator has gone through a lot of training, a lot of work to identify the different tools, essentially the different activities that they are going to take the team through. As the team member, it's up to you to participate in these activities. But if you don't trust the process, if you don't trust the activities, or trust the facilitator to choose the right things, this can really slow down the event. If you're constantly asking, why are we using this? Or is this the right tool? I don't like the fishbone. Maybe we should have used the 5 why. This can really take time away from us talking about the process. Now, I do caution us to say that there's a perfect tool for each problem to apply to, because choosing a tool, for example, root cause analysis, is going to be really important for the facilitator to be comfortable using that tool, but also they may be experimenting with a new tool. And maybe with the team, it turns out not to be the right tool, or maybe there's a better option out there. Rather than in the event having some of these challenges, I encourage you to step outside with the facilitator and talk to them about it outside of that meeting event, because even if it's not the perfect tool, we're still going to get some value out of it, and next time maybe we can take some of those other options into consideration. And then finally, my last tip is that you bring an open mind, right? So a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about aren't just about the activity in terms of we're going to do a fishbone, but they're also talking about your processes. Now, I know if somebody came into my office or into my work and started talking to me about my processes, I would have the tendency to become defensive. So the facilitator is going to do their best to create a safe space for the team to share. But also on your end, kind of be conscious that this is the intent of this activity, is for you to kind of share openly some of your challenges and some of the things that have gone well or are not going well, so that we can really make the process as effective as possible for you. It isn't to get you in trouble. It's not to say that you're doing anything wrong. It's just to make the process as effective for you. So if you have any questions, if you'd like to talk about this anymore, feel free to comment or shoot me a message. I'm super keen to hear also what are some of your tips for your participants in your next Lean Six Sigma event.